So this is my recipe that I got. We're gonna be experimenting today. So we're going to do half a cup of rice vinegar. We're gonna make 2/3. We're gonna make some dashi from scratch. We're gonna make some plant-based dashi. So in that case, we're going to get some kombu, which is plant-based, it's just kelp. And then we're gonna add some shiitake mushrooms, and that's what we're gonna do for our plant-based dashi. If you wanna do like regular dashi, what you get is bonito flakes and then the kombu. I'm not doing that because I'm having this with someone that is vegetarian. We're gonna have soy sauce, and then we're going to ultimately add mirin. So the first thing we wanna do is get our dashi boiling because we wanna bring that down and cool it. This deep color is what we want. We don't want it to be like foggy or anything. It's pretty clear. I am going to let it go for like 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna strain it. We're gonna put it in an ice bath and we're gonna let this cool. So this is a little dark for me. I will say, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more like water just to bring it out. This is probably really strong, the dashi, I can smell it. But yeah, you see how it's not foggy. It's pretty clear. You can see the bottom of the bowl. That's how you want your dashi to look. This next step, you want to cut green onions thinly, and then you want to cold water, and then you're going to mix it with your hands. You're trying to get that slime out of this. You're going to do this for about 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, you're just cleaning, trying to get the sliminess from the green onions out. And they do this like in every sushi restaurant, just so you guys know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this. These are like clean towels that I have. You can buy these for like 10 bucks at Amazon, and it's like 2 rolls. And this stuff has lasted me like 2 years now. It's crazy. Get your bowl. And we're gonna squeeze out the water from this as much as we can. That water's gonna be slimy. How much you guys wanna bet? We're getting rid of all of that slime. Ready? Look. I have weak wrists, so have patience. It's all slime. All right. You see that? That's slimy water. Now we're gonna put this on a tray, let it dry. Do a cucumber. We're going to thinly slice this. See. Thinly slice. You can do this with a knife, but you can just do this with a mandolin. It's a lot easier. So thinly sliced cucumbers. Oop. For this next part, you can use like just regular sea salt. I have smoked sea salt, so I'm gonna add that. So we have our cucumbers. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna put just a little pinch because this is a lot. It's gonna be really salty. So once we add the smoked sea salt, we're going to mix it up for a bit. We're gonna let it sit, and then we're gonna squeeze out that water. So we don't want them too salty. We just want them to crisp up, if that makes sense. So, and they should be pretty thin. So, and then set this aside for like 5 minutes, okay? All right, so this next step, I have dried wakame. So this grows a lot. So we're just going to do like this much. Okay? And then we're going to put, yeah, you just put water in it. That's how we used to do it. And we're gonna put that to the side, and then we're gonna see that the wakame gets soaked up, the water soaks up the wakame. The wakame soaks up the water, it grows. Squeeze it out, use that for the noodles as well, okay? See how it's already growing? Like, we don't need more than that either. Like, this is perfect amount. And it's gonna grow more too. So, cucumbers, strain when they're done. Only a few at a time. There's a little bit of water coming out. Keep it like that. You see the color is gonna change on the cucumber. I'm gonna show you guys in a second. Okay, so cucumbers, I just squeezed water out of. Cucumbers that haven't squeezed out. Okay, put that on the side. A little at a time. I have baby hands. This is like all the water that we extracted. Look at our wakame. She's already grown. Look. You see? She's already grown. So what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna strain it, put it in this, and we're gonna keep this for our prep for when we put it all together. So squeeze out the water. Cool. You don't have to go crazy with the squeezing because the water is what keeps it like from drying out. But yeah, that's the next step. All right, so the next step is we have salmon here. We descaled it. It's been on this tray. So we're gonna season this with salt and pepper. And that's kind of like really it. We're gonna put the salt, pepper, put it in the fridge, and we're going to let it firm up, let it dry up. And we don't wanna just do too much because we already these complex flavors in the noodles and stuff like that. So we just wanna keep this regular. We're also gonna serve this on the side so it doesn't get soaked up and that we have that different textural change and bite with the skin. This is like a blend that I have in my kitchen and I always have it on the side. 2 parts salt, 1 part pepper. You're gonna have this in every single restaurant that you work in or that you go to. So we're gonna just season this. This next piece, we have shiso leaves. And so I've never used this before. We're gonna be using this really sparingly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna chiffonade this. Chiffonade is French for ribbons. And so what you do is you get your leaf and then you just roll it as tight as you can, right? So what we're gonna do, this little napkin, right? And then what we're gonna do is press all of the chloroform out. That is what keeps the herb from going bad quick. You can do this for anything. You can do this for cilantro, parsley, any herb, any loose leaf herb like that. And so what we're gonna do is, let me see, we can put this on a tray with the green onions. If I can open this up. You see? Our chiffonade shiso. Other thing we're gonna do is we're going to get these roasted seaweed snacks that I got. We're gonna bring them out. I had other seaweed. I ate that. So we're gonna just cut these into strips for the next step for a garnish. So dry surface, right? Because these can break quickly. Okay, we're gonna cut these in half vertically. All right, long rectangular strips. And then we're gonna cut it that way. Cool, cool, cool. So, we're gonna taste this. I made a test batch of the sauce. Super! If you know, you know. So again, the recipe is 1/2 cup of rice vinegar, 2/3 of a cup of dashi, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of mirin, and that's it. This is how it should look. I'll probably make more, to be honest, because it's so good. It tastes Last steps to all of this. One of the last steps for all of this is I'm gonna get some roasted or toasted sesame seeds. I couldn't find any like actual sesame seeds because I would have just toasted these myself, but I just found roasted ones anyway. So you're gonna put some in here, and you're just gonna what that does, it releases an aroma that you smell automatically, if I'm being honest. And that's going to just elevate your dish so much. It's so nutty. It's looking a lot more ground, right? Once it's like that, we're gonna put it in here. You don't want to ground it too much because then it's still a nut. You don't want to make sesame like peanut butter or sesame butter. It's more like a powder. That's what you want. Cover this. Our salmon, and then we're boiling our noodles. If your salmon does not look like this, don't talk to me. The skin is crispy. It's not overcooked or burnt. We're gonna cook it on this side just until we have just a little bit of pink. You don't want this to be raw on the inside. And then we're cooking our noodles. This is the sanbaizu sauce. And so we're gonna pour this over it. Or we're gonna put it on the side actually. So this is like a vinegary type of sauce. So good. And then we're also going to add the wakame. Let me do this one. We're gonna add some wakame on the side. You wanna get a little closer, like on the, directly over here. I think that's a little too much, to be honest. That's enough right there. Put some right here. And then we're gonna add some cucumbers as well. These are cucumbers that I put. We're gonna put them on the side right here. Put these cucumbers with smoked sea salt. And then I squeezed out the water so that it can stay crispy. Can you smell the sauce? You can't. I can smell it. It's pretty. It smells like vinegar. It's a vinegar-based sauce. Okay. And then we're going to sprinkle this over it. Sprinkle that better. That was a big clump right there. I don't like that. We're going to add this roasted sesame powder. These are seashell leaves. Actually, we're gonna do this. Gonna add like a bunch on the top. And then we're also going to add some seaweed on top as well. This is toasted seaweed. I don't like this cut. One thing I miss about my old apartment is we had lights underneath here and stuff. And so yeah, this is the dish. And then we're just going to serve some salmon on the side. Yes, dish?